What's up? What's up, YouTube? I swear to y'all, I made sure I made a list. I checked it twice. I made sure I had everything right before I hit the record button. I promise y'all I did that. Yep. And I made sure everything was right, and I got everything right this time. Check it out, man. This is round 2, baby. This is second witness says he watched sexual act before assaulting Cassie. The second witness says he watched sexual acts before assaulting Cassie. Huh? Diddy trial bombshell. We're on the Diddy trial bombshell. Hey, we're gonna cover about 3 or 4 different channels, man. I like to go to different channels and do a reaction to what they saying happened in the courtroom. Y'all know it ain't no cameras in there. We can't go in there. We can't see what's going on. So Uncle Mike is gonna do the best he can to bring y'all up on what's happening. Cause what's happening, Captain? Yeah. Nah, homie. That's my Charleston White, man. Shout out to Charleston White doing this thing. Look here. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, check this out, man, before we get started on this joint, man. I want y'all to see this right here. This right here says, judge threw up. This is what you call clickbait, like a mother. This say judge throws up in court after Cassie and escort video is played in court. I don't think they played any videos in court yet, man. I don't think that's how it goes, cuz. So y'all done put this thing out a little too early. But hey, 17 hours ago. We can check this out if y'all want. Y'all want to check it out? See if y'all see a judge throw up? Judge ain't do no throwing up. That's clickbait, man. So y'all hit that subscribe button.
Did a male escort just drop a bombshell on Diddy's freak-off parties? Or did the defense tear his story apart? This second witness's testimony is shocking. Stick with me because this is pure courtroom chaos.
Oh, they all gonna be shocking, baby. They all gonna be shocking, baby. That's my Boosie rubber band. Y'all remember Boosie? What it do, baby? Oh, it's gonna be shocking, baby. Yes, baby. Let's get into this shocking information, baby. Yeah.
Let's get right into the second witness's testimony and the cross-examination in the Sean Diddy Combs trial, which has lit up the Manhattan courtroom today. A former male escort took the stand to spill some wild details about a sexual encounter with Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura. And the defense, well, they came out swinging and they completely shut it down. We're dissecting every word, what the witnesses revealed, how the defense fought back, and what this means for Diddy's case. No filler, just raw, mind-blowing courtroom drama. Buckle up, because this one is going to rock you. Now let's dive in. Today, the second witness to testify in the Diddy trial was Daniel Phillip, a former male escort and manager at an adult entertainment company, who took the stand today in the courthouse. Well, shortly after that first witness, a security guard wrapped up his testimony, which, if you haven't seen, I have done a recap on. Well, Phillip's testimony was a high-octane moment for the prosecution, aiming to bolster their claim that Diddy orchestrated and coerced sexual encounters known as freak-offs. Phillip testified about an incident at the Gramercy Park Hotel in New York, where he was paid to have sex with Cassandra Cassie Ventura, Diddy's then-girlfriend, while Diddy was present in the room. Phillip told the jury that he was contacted by his employer, who said they couldn't find any black male dancers, not black male, but African-American male dancers for a job, and asked if he could cover what he thought was initially a bachelorette party. He clarified, "My employer called and said he couldn't find any of our black dancers. He asked if I could cover a bachelorette party at the Gramercy Park Hotel. When Phillip arrived, he realized it was no party. It was a private encounter involving Cassie and Diddy." Under questioning from prosecutor Emily Johnson, Phillip said bluntly, "Miss Ventura paid me to have sex with her. Sean Combs was also present. He described the hotel room setup, saying Diddy was in the room watching the encounter, which Philip characterized as a professional transaction for him. But
don't Diddy like to watch? I can't get over the fact that you get pleasure out of watching another man bang your woman. I don't understand how that pleasures you. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me, okay? I don't see how I can get pleasure out of seeing some. I can't get pleasure out of seeing somebody else play a game and I'm sitting back watching. I never got pleasure out of stuff like that.
He described the hotel room setup, saying Diddy was in the room watching the encounter, which Philip characterized as a professional transaction for him, but part of a larger dynamic involving Diddy's control. Philip dropped a stunning detail, testifying that during another visit, he witnessed Diddy physically assault Cassie, describing how Diddy threw a liquor bottle past her and then dragged her into a bedroom while Cassie was screaming and kicking during the altercation. A reporter in the courtroom said this: Daniel Phillips described for jurors how he witnessed Sean Diddy Combs physically assault Cassie Ventura as she screamed and got dragged into a bedroom. Philip then further testified that he tried to warn Cassie about the danger of staying with Diddy, saying, "I tried to explain to her that she was in real danger if she stayed with him," a statement that sent chills through the courtroom. He also mentioned seeing marks on Cassie, suggesting ongoing abuse, though he didn't specify details like bruises or cuts. Philip's testimony was brief but explosive, designed to show Diddy's pattern of violence and coercion, tying him directly to the sex trafficking and racketeering charges by alleging forced sexual encounters and physical abuse. His account aimed to corroborate Cassie's story, setting the stage for her upcoming testimony, and to paint the Freakoffs as non-consensual events orchestrated by Diddy. The defense, led by Xavier Donaldson, a member of Diddy's legal team, alongside Mark Agnifilo and Tenny Garagos, pounced on Daniel Phillip with a tense and somewhat awkward cross-examination that aimed to discredit his testimony and reframe the encounter. Donaldson's approach was scattershot, but relentless, diving into minute details to confuse Philip and undermine his reliability. He grilled Philip about the exact layout of the Gramercy Park hotel room, asking, where was Mr. Combs standing? Describe the room's dimensions, trying to trip him up on specifics from an event that happened years ago. Donaldson then focused on Philip's past in the adult entertainment industry. He questioned why Philip, a manager, was chosen for the job, asking, why were you sent to the Gramercy Park Hotel? Wasn't it unusual for a manager to perform? Philip explained that a black male stripper was specifically requested, and he filled in due to a shortage, saying they needed a black dancer and I was available. Donaldson pushed further, probing the search optimization practices of Philip's male stripper business, an odd tangent meant to paint Philip as unprofessional or shady, implying his testimony was motivated, by personal gain, although he didn't clarify. On the assault claim, Donaldson challenged Philip's account of Diddy throwing a liquor bottle and dragging Cassie, asking, did you actually see the bottle hit her? Where exactly was she dragged? Aiming to make Philip's memory seem vague or exaggerated. When Philip stood by his story saying, I saw what I saw and she was screaming, Donaldson pressed, why didn't you intervene or call the police? Suggesting that Philip's inaction meant the incident wasn't really as serious as he claimed. Donaldson also questioned Philip's warning to Cassie, asking, what exactly did you say and when? Implying that it might be a recent fabrication. Throughout, Donaldson's questions were a bit disjointed, jumping from hotel logistics to Philip's job history, a tactic to fluster the witness and make jurors doubt his coherence. The cross-examination was described as all over the place, but it had a clear goal. Cast Phillip as an unreliable narrator whose adult industry ties and vague details made his testimony suspect, hoping to weaken the prosecution's coercion narrative. Let's unpack why Daniel Phillips' testimony was a critical move for the prosecution, because it's a high-risk, high-reward play to bolster their case. Phillips' role as a male escort puts him at the heart of the Freakoff allegations, giving jurors a first-hand account of the sexual encounters that the prosecution says were coerced by Diddy. His testimony about being paid to have sex with Cassie while Diddy watched is a shocking detail, meant to paint Diddy as a controller who orchestrated these events, not a consenting participant. The Gramercy Park Hotel encounter is a direct tie to the sex trafficking charge, suggesting Diddy arranged and directed sexual acts, a key element of coercion. Phillips claimed that he thought it was a bachelorette party, but found a private setup, adds a layer of deception, implying Cassie may not have known the full scope of what she was entering, supporting the prosecution's non-consensual narrative. The assault testimony about Diddy throwing a liquor bottle, dragging Cassie, and her screams, it was gut-wrenching. It was a moment the jury will remember, and it was designed to show Diddy's violence and make the jurors feel Cassie's fear. The warning to Cassie, "You're in real danger," is a powerful statement, framing Diddy as a threat and Cassie as a victim trapped in this dangerous relationship. Phillips' mention of marks on...
Hold on. That's 10 minutes that went by. 8 minutes that went by. Somebody need to warn her. And I was going to stop it earlier, and I was going to say something about somebody said something about bruises. There is a makeup artist that's out there, man, that used to do the makeup for Diddy and Cassie. Cassie. I keep calling her Cassie because she's so fine. She is so beautiful, man. Diddy, you're so stupid fool. I got something so beautiful like that, man. I would never abuse and hurt them. And why would you want to hurt people? I don't understand why people want to hurt people. Just be nice to people. God dang, try it. You should at least try it. God dang it. Oh my God. Woosah, Lord Jesus Christ. Woosah, Lord Jesus Christ. Oh my God. There's a lot of them in the church. Look at somebody and turn evil, man. Oh, make my skin crawl. So anyway, yeah, the dude was like, you need to get up out of here because this man gonna kill you. But a lot of people, they don't know where to go. They don't know where to go. Uncle Mike gonna fix that one of these days. Watch
on Cassie, they suggest ongoing abuse. Even though it was vague, it added to the pattern of physical harm that the prosecution alleges. This testimony is a bridge to Cassie's upcoming testimony, and it was meant to corroborate her story and make juries primed to believe her when she describes Freakoffs and abuse. But it's risky. Phillips' adult industry background might alienate some jurors, and his brief testimony, it relies on memory from years ago, making it vulnerable to the defense attacks. The prosecution's betting that Phillips' graphic account and emotional warning will resonate, but they'll need Cassie to solidify this coercion narrative. Now let's dig into Xavier Donaldson's cross-examination, because it was chaotic, but I will say strategic. It was a strategic attempt to dismantle Phillips' credibility and reframe the encounter. Donaldson's scattershot approach, jumping from hotel room layouts to stripper business practices, was deliberate, designed to confuse Phillip and make his testimony seem disjointed. By asking for exact details like where was Mr. Combs standing and describe the room's dimensions, Donaldson's exploiting the passage of time, hoping Phillips' vague answers make him look unreliable. The focus on Phillips' job, why were you sent as a manager, is a sneaky move to taint Phillip as a shady figure in the adult industry, implying his testimony might be motivated by attention or money.
Man, look, this how we run out. I'm still debating on if I want to cuss on this channel or not. I ain't gonna cuss. This how we run out shit. when we need an extra dingaling and I'm available, I roll out. Comprende? Come on, man. What difference does this make? The man going to jail. What difference does it make if the manager, we ain't have no black man, I'm the only black man, and I'm the manager. I manage all this stuff. So if the manager got to go out, I lay some pipe. Oh my God. I can't believe this. Diddy is a nasty freak, and he like to beat on women. God dang it. I can't believe this. I can't believe this, man. Oh my God, my bad, y'all. I be trying my best to hold it together. Because of all this mess, we ain't doing the number one thing we supposed to be doing was music. The music recording network, but I'm starting to drop my music down on these reaction videos.
Is a sneaky move to taint Phillip as a shady figure in the adult industry, implying his testimony might be motivated by attention or money. Donaldson's challenge to the assault claim, did you see the bottle?
Negro, please. You motivated by money. Yes. That's why I'm the manager of this place. I'm trying to lay pipe and make money doing it. What? Oh my God, man. Don't state the obvious. If I was the judge, don't state the obvious. The man want to make money. He need to make a living. He needs to make a living. And he think he can do it laying pipe. That's his pipe. I ain't trying to make no living laying pipe. You feel me? But some people, that's how they make their living.
Bottle hit her, where was she dragged, is a classic defense move, trying to make Phillip's memory seem fuzzy or exaggerated. By asking, why didn't you intervene or call the police if it was that bad? Donaldson suggesting the incident wasn't as severe as Phillip claims, planting doubt about its gravity. The warning to Cassie, what exactly did you say? Is another probe to make Phillip's story seem convenient or recently crafted, especially since it's a damning detail with no corroboration. Donaldson's disjointed questions, like asking about search optimization, were meant to fluster Phillip and make jurors question his coherence. The cross-examination's goal was to paint Phillip as an untrustworthy witness whose adult industry ties and vague recollections undermine his testimony, hoping to weaken the prosecution's coercion and violence claims. But it's a gamble. If jurors find Phillip sympathetic or believe his assault account, Donaldson's aggressive tactics could seem like bullying, especially since the Freakoff details are so graphic. The defense's success depends on whether jurors see Phillip as a liar or a credible observer of Diddy's abuse. Phillip's testimony and Donald's cross-examination are like fire and ice, each trying to shape the jury's perception of the Gramercy Park Hotel encounter. Phillip's direct testimony is a prosecution bombshell with vivid details, paid sex, Diddy watching, liquor bottle assault, Cassie screams. It's all meant to paint Diddy as a violent controller who forced Cassie into sexual acts. His warning to Cassie and the Mark's observation are emotional hooks, meant to make jurors empathize with Cassie's plight. The Freakoff account is a direct link to the sex trafficking charge, showing Diddy's alleged orchestration, while the assault ties to racketeering through physical abuse. But the testimony's brevity and lack of specifics, like exact dates or mark descriptions, well, it makes it vulnerable, relying on Cassie's testimony to fill in the gaps. Donaldson's cross-examination, meanwhile, is a wrecking ball, attacking Phillip's memory and character to make his story seem unreliable. But the testimony's brevity and lack of specifics, like the exact dates or the mark descriptions, make it vulnerable, relying on Cassie's testimony to fill the gaps. Donaldson's cross-examination, meanwhile, is a wrecking ball, attacking Phillip's memory and character to make his story seem unreliable. The layout questions and job probes are meant to confuse and discredit. While the "why no police" challenge suggests exaggeration, the testimony's strength is its shock value, sex, violence, screams. but it's fragile without corroboration. The cross-examination's strength is its logic, vague details, no intervention, but it risks alienating jurors if they see Phillip as a truthful witness to Cassie's suffering. Phillip's "I saw what I saw" defiance is a rallying cry, but Donaldson's "why didn't you act" retort is a logical counter. The prosecution wants jurors to feel Cassie's danger. The defense wants them to doubt Phillip's eyes. This clash is a microcosm of the trial's battle: emotion versus skepticism. The testimony and cross-examination of Daniel Phillip are a pivotal moment because the second witness builds on the first and sets expectations for Cassie's testimony. For the prosecution, Phillip's account is a cornerstone, linking the 2016 video to a broader pattern of coercion and also violence. If jurors believe his Freakoff and assault claims, it makes Cassie's story more credible, strengthening the trafficking and racketeering charges by showing Diddy's control. The warning to Cassie is a key emotional beat, suggesting ongoing danger that could sway jurors. But if Phillip's vague details and adult industry background make jurors doubt him, it could weaken Cassie's testimony before she even takes the stand and undermine the whole coercion narrative. The Freakoff account is a double-edged sword. It's graphic enough to shock, but its taboo nature might turn off some jurors. For the defense, Donaldson's cross-examination is a chance to disrupt the prosecution's momentum, casting Phillip as an unreliable or opportunistic witness. If jurors buy the memory gaps or inaction arguments, they might question other witnesses, especially since the defense plans to argue consensual relationships. But if Donaldson's scattered questions feel like nitpicking or shaming a witness who saw abuse, it could backfire, making the defense look desperate. These stakes are massive. Phillip's testimony could cement Diddy as a predator, while Donaldson's cross-examination could make jurors question the prosecution's case. The jury's reaction? Do they trust Phillip's graphic account or Donaldson's doubts? That will shape how they view the Freakoffs and Diddy's intent. Daniel Phillip's testimony and Xavier Donaldson's cross-examination are a textbook courtroom showdown, showing how witness accounts can make or break a trial. Phillip's graphic details, the paid sex, the Diddy's assault, Cassie screams, are a prosecution thunderbolt, aiming to shock jurors and link Diddy to coercion and violence. Now, on the other hand, Donaldson's chaotic cross-examination, probing the memory gaps and inaction, is a defense counterstrike, sowing doubt about the reliability and motive. This clash proves that truth in a courtroom is about what jurors believe, not just what happened. We should care because this is about justice, riding on a witness's words and a lawyer's strategy, and the jury's choice. Trust Phillip or doubt him could decide Diddy's entire fate. This is our lens into how testimony fuels a drama and a high-stakes trial. If you want to see more of this case, as you guys know that there are no cameras allowed in the courtroom. You can't get it at all. And also, I believe transcripts are not allowed. But we have boots on the ground giving us every single detail. So make sure you subscribe, like this video. Also, hit the notification bell because you're not going to want to miss any of my updates. Even though this trial is lasting 8 to 10 weeks, I feel like it's moving fast. We had opening statements this morning, then we had the first witness. Now we have the second witness, and I've done videos now on all three. So you won't miss a single detail. Again, make sure you hit the notification bell because this stuff is coming out lightning fast and you don't want to miss a thing.
Diddy going down. I don't care. You can sit there, all them witnesses, all those daggone jurists, all them, even his lawyers know you going to jail. Why you think the other dude quit? Why do you think he quit? Man, I ain't gonna be, we going down. Abandon ship. We going down. We going down, down, down. The Red Knight's going down. We going down, down, down. P. Diddy's going down. He going down. I think his kids is in a little bit of trouble, for real. I think some stuff about to go down. We ain't been shocked yet, y'all. Live from inside the courtroom. Oh, shucks. We need, hey, man, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Uncle Mike gonna bring it to you. I'm bringing it to you straight with no chasers, man. But look, I'm letting y'all know right now, you gotta separate your professional sex job, your professional, for lack of a better word, sex job. You understand what you're there to do sexually. But that beating and abusing and all that type of stuff, that man know the difference. It don't take a rocket scientist to know the difference. So, hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.